Hi, over the next 2 weeks I'm going to share common similarities between my postpartum recovery clients and some of my clients that have been struggling with lower back pain. I find that there is an overlap between the two because of the pelvis being misaligned, sometimes causing that pubic pain that my postpartum ladies get. Could be lower back pain and could also be SI joint dysfunction. So the movements we're going to do today are going to be great and can help you with pelvic stability and also pelvic alignment to help the postpartum ladies, or also to help those that are struggling with lower back pain or SI joint instability. Next week we'll also be doing a live class covering all of these things, and again, like I said, the interconnection between the lower back and postpartum recovery are so similar, and I love to use both of these for both of my clients. So today we're going to use just a folded towel. You can adjust it to the height that you want the towel depending on the position of the pelvis and how much stability that you want to have as well. So from here we're going to go down onto our side. I'm always going down on the side so that we're not using our abdominals and that we are also avoiding any pelvic pain or lower back pain. So placing the towel at the bottom of your pelvis, kind of just elevating the pelvis slightly, taking any pressure out of the pubic bone and the pelvis itself. Rooting into the heels of your feet, just making sure that your pelvis is neutral here and that you're in a really lovely alignment and you're comfortable in the neck, head and shoulders. From here we're going to inhale, exhale, just gently imprint slowly into the towel and then slowly release it away. Just creating that rocking movement of the pelvis and connecting your breath with it. Evenly rooted through your left and your right, and holding it here. From here, placing 2 fingers on the inside of your 2 hip bones, we're going to inhale to contract into the pelvic floor. Exhale, knee fold your left leg up to tabletop, and then gently control it back down, making sure that there's no shift or movement in the pelvis. Inhale, exhale, right leg comes up to tabletop, pelvis stays nice and neutral, and inhale to lower. Breathing out, contract pelvic floor to zip everything in, and exhale, we pull back down again. Inhale, exhale, control back up. Making sure that you're comfortable on the towel and that the shift is quite even, holding it up here. We're going to transition up from here. Inhale, exhale, contract the pelvic floor and float the second leg up to tabletop. Here, making sure that there's no rocking and movement and rolling of the pelvis. Holding onto the hips, we're going to inhale, right leg lowers, and as we exhale, contract up into the pelvic floor using these lower transverse abdominal muscles. Right side, inhale to lower, and exhale to control back up again. Try not to tilt the pubic bone towards you. Just have a neutral spine, no pressure. For my postpartum ladies, make sure that your abdominals don't stick out into a coning position. There again, you've got your lower abs that are pushing up into the upper abs, and we don't want that. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, contract pelvic floor, pull the leg, hips are stable, pelvis is stable. Inhale, and exhale, pull. Holding it to tabletop from here, layering on, left leg drops out to the side. From here, using your adductor and inner thigh and pelvic floor, pull the leg back to center. Other side, inhale to lower away, and exhale to control. You can place your hands again on your hips, making sure that those aren't shifting, and control, and pull back again and again. The other side, inhale, and exhale. If you feel this is creeping into your back, just take your legs back to the floor, and just do the knee folds again, starting again, until you feel strong enough to move to these exercises. From here, we're going to inhale, exhale, just a small shift away, making sure the hips stay stable, and control, pulling back with the pelvic floor, neutral through the spine. So it's an inhale, fold away, exhale, we pull back, pelvis is neutral and stable. 2 more, inhale, exhale to pull, and last one, inhale, and exhale to pull. Lower one leg, lower the other, and again, shifting the pelvis here if you feel like you need that little bit of release. So lifting up through the hips, we're going to take your towel and place it on one side of your bum cheek. So you're kind of just stabilizing and supporting the one hip. So the leg that is on the hip that is on the towel is the one that's going to shift, and we're going to root into the opposite hip or opposite heel to stabilize the hip. So we inhale, exhale, we fold the leg up to tabletop, hold it here,
and pushing into the opposite leg to keep the pelvis neutral. So inhale, exhale, we extend the leg away and pull back in again. So we reach it away and exhale, contract. If you had to let this leg go, you would have that tilt in the pelvis. So you want to push into the foot to stabilize so that the pelvis is neutral and stable from left to right, using, and just letting the opposite bum cheek just rest heavily onto the towel, holding it here, leg lowers down, and then lift, switching over to the other side. So you're resting this hip and the bum cheek onto it. That is the leg that is going to lift. The opposite leg is pushing into the heel to keep the hips nice and neutral and stable, and then extend away as you breathe out, contract into that pelvic floor. Inhale to pull back. If you feel you're strong enough at this point and you want to actually be higher than the towel, you can lift the bum up off the towel, keep your hips neutral, and still work within the stability by pushing into the heel of your foot, but not taking any pressure into the back. So it's an extension, contract through the pelvic floor, and pull back neutral through your hips, and one more, push away, pull back into it, lower, and release. From here, taking your towel underneath the pelvis again, just heavy into it, rooting evenly into left and right of your feet. We're going to bring one leg to tabletop, contract pelvic floor, second leg, placing two hands on the one leg, on the thigh, shoulders are relaxed. Inhale, exhale, extend the opposite leg, and let your ribs slide without having to lift your head. We're now engaging our upper rectus abdominals and pulling back. So these are a fantastic and safe way to contract all the abdominal muscles without having to lift the head, neck and shoulders. Let's do two more. So we extend, so resist into the leg. And last one, breathe out, contract into the pelvic floor, stabilize through the hips, pull back, and let's switch. Inhale, exhale, extend, bracing into the leg, no strain into your head, neck and shoulders. Inhale, we pull back again. Exhale, we extend, no tilting of the pelvis, no pressure into the lower back. Two more, we extend into it, pull back to center, and last one, extend, pull back, lower into it, control the leg down, and again, just gently rocking through, knowing that you've contracted into all your deep-lying abdominal muscles, your inner thigh, pelvic floor, your diaphragm, and also your multifida around the back of the spine.